Okay, what you're about to see is a preview of my course, The Business of Fashion, meaning the business side of fashion designing. Every brand has a creative side and a business side, and the two have to coexist or the brand will never work. Okay, so these are the first three classes, three modules, the first 10 minutes or so. See if it's right for you or not. I think you'll find it really, really interesting and very important. So let's check it out. How do you keep a fashion brand financially successful? Some professionals would say that the business plan should come before your designs. Hello everyone, my name is Nino Via and I am your instructor. My other courses and classes were focused on the creative aspect of fashion designing. Classes like sketching and draping and pattern making, collection development, and so on. But in all my years of experience in the industry, I have noticed that in every company, there's a creative side and a business side. You know, having a great fashion collection or fashion line is not enough to succeed. Owning your own company is a big responsibility. You need a strong business side or you will fail. I have designed this class to position you to win at the business of fashion. I have broken it into three parts. In part one, we'll talk about theories of business, which can be applied to any company, not just fashion. And I'll walk you through how to create a strong and solid business plan. In part two, we'll talk about the practical side of your company, like where and how is your line manufactured? Should you produce your collection domestically or overseas? We'll talk about having an online presence, an online store, your own website. And we'll talk about Shopify and Shopify stores and print on demand and distribution channels and so on. And then in part three, we'll talk about creating a vision for your company and a purpose and a mission statement. It's important to know why you do what you do. And finally, we'll talk about quantum physics, quantum thinking in fashion designing. Do you quantum think? Are your thoughts aligned with your vision? Is your thinking creating real solutions? Are your actions moving your brand forward in the global marketplace? Stick with me, it'll be a very interesting subject. So let's get to work. I will see you in class. So, as I said, a great fashion collection or fashion line is not enough to succeed. You need a strong business plan. And we're going to start with creating a business plan. I have broken it down into 6 parts, 6 components. This is an overall view of a business plan. And then in part 2 of this course, I'll get into more details. All right, so number 1. Market research. What does that mean? Look at market trends. Look at what is trending right now. Is it activewear? Maybe at one point there was skinny jeans and then it went to baggy pants. What colors are trending right now? Is it bright colors, pastels? What influences? Is it the 60s, the 80s? What styles are trending right now? What silhouettes? And trend change all the time. Trends are always changing. So you have to be constantly researching what is trending right now. The other thing to look for is what is missing in the marketplace. If you see that there's something missing, maybe you could be the one to fill that void, that need. For example, let's say that you wish they were more 100% organic cotton Hawaiian shirts. Just saying. Maybe you could be the one to fill that need. Look and see what is missing. Filling a need is a sure formula for success. Also, read blogs to get ideas, inspiration, and social media. Follow brands, follow your favorite designers and brands on Instagram, for example. And if you're looking to raise capital for your company, you should read blogs written by venture capitalists. And speaking of raising capital, it leads me to the second section of a business plan. Number 2, raising capital. You need money. You need capital. To run a successful company, you need money, right? So when raising funds for a business, don't forget that everyone consumes fashion. Using people around you can be very helpful. When you're plugging numbers into a business plan, find someone with an MBA, a business degree. Find someone to help you create a financial Excel spreadsheet, which can be used to present the business plan to investors when asking for funding. This takes time, sometimes several months, so be patient, okay? I'll see you next class. Okay, the next component, number 3, company overview. This is where you describe the founders of the company. If you're the only one starting out, well then maybe it's just you. But if you have partners, the company overview would include all the partners and their experience, their education, past jobs. In a company overview, you would also describe your product specifications and manufacturing process. Again, are you manufacturing locally or overseas? And how often you will fulfill orders. Are you creating small groups and sending product to the stores every month? Kind of like what Zara, the brand Zara, does nowadays, where they deliver merchandise to the stores every few weeks. Or are you manufacturing a new collection, a new line, 2-3 times a year? And where and how you plan on distributing and selling your product. Another component, number 4, market analysis. This is where you identify and detail the size of your specific market and your competitors and your target customers. Are you designing for a small elite group of people, or are you designing for a mass market? You would also describe your manufacturing process and operations. Determine and identify your manufacturers and suppliers needed and required to produce your line, your product. A market analysis would also include marketing and distribution. Lay out what channels you will use to sell your product. Wholesale, department stores, boutiques, direct to consumer, and if you plan on hiring a showroom or a distributor. Now, I know I gave you a lot of stuff right now, but again, in part 2 of this course, I will go into details and explain further what I just said so you get a better idea of what I'm talking about, item by item. You'll have time to write down answers and do some research and so on, okay? I will see you next class. So if this video resonated with you, I encourage you to enroll in the full course. I'll put the link in the description below, and I will see you in class.